alongside my brothers in arms, Mr. Chris Carpenter, Mr. Jerry Drummond. Fellas, how we doing on this fine Monday afternoon?
Pretty good, dude. Thanks for asking. Let me get a Diet Coke real quick.
Oh,
Doing
like
good.
we had 20 minutes before.
We weren't sitting on this for 40 minutes figuring out the audio. Oh, my day's good. It's been Monday. I hate Mondays.
Doesn't help that it's,
I love Mondays. Start of a new week. A chance to be great.
So true, dude.
right.
So true.
It's raining here in Charlotte. I know,
Oh, it is?
Someone's not here, so I'm sure it's sunny there, is it?
Let me see.
Oh, bro just came unprepared.
It's a little overcast, but yeah, pretty sunny.
It's rather dreary here.
Yeah,
Probably because I'm not there. Probably because y'all miss me.
Yep.
right. I know. Since you like grew up and was born and raised in Texas, I get it. Here it sucks, but like, yeah. Anyways, what a week of college football, man. This is, I think we could say that all the hype around this week, it lived up to it. Am I wrong in saying that?
Yeah, I think outside of the Notre Dame Arkansas game, there really wasn't any bad games.
No? I mean, Friday night started off with a banger. I mean, you got your little charcuterie board. You had the nice little cheeses and meats. Had some fruit on the side. Like, I was hitting, but then Saturday came. We had the whole entree. Like, what are you guys ordering for the table?
Like in terms of games or like entrees.
Either one.
I guess if we're gonna go, yeah, the appetizer on Friday. Some chips and guac, maybe a trio with queso, definitely delivered. On the noon slate, I'd get a nice chicken enchiladas with rice and beans. That really delivered. The Georgia Tech Wake Forest game was good. 3:30, maybe a little snack, a heavy snack, maybe a nice burrito. And then the night slate was carne de asada, and it was great.
Yeah. I was really enjoying the noon slate. Sticking on the food terms. I may have ate too much on the noon slate, where I kind of had to just take a step back.
What'd you have?
Overtimes, I had Georgia Tech Wake. I had
No, but food-wise.
Louisville on the ropes.
Oh, I took Louisville -3.5. Sorry, Brandon.
Live bet or
No, I had it.
Oh, and you just gave
Way
him
bu-
Pitt as a pick.
What?
You gave him Pitt
No.
as a
He
pick, and then you
he,
took Louisville.
No. That'd be messed up. He took Pitt, and then I took Louisville.
Gotcha.
So what'd you have? Did you have Tech -14?
No, I live bet Wake Forest plus 3. What was the final score of that game?
I think it was 30-29.
Yeah, 30-29.
I had. Please hold. Bad podcasting. I had Wake plus 3.5. I took that live,
Okay, so that hit.
and they were up at the time, so I was like, I'd be
Yeah, they were killing them.
remiss to not take this. I thought about doing the money line, but I'm glad I just did the spread. Tennessee, Mississippi State. That was a 3:30 game, though.
Yeah, I'm trying
I
to think.
I love the multi-view on YouTube TV. I feel like it was good last year, but it sucked because you couldn't pick. But now that they've refined it where you can pick and get most games, you can really kind of get a very good viewing session.
It's definitely gotten better. I was using DirecTV, and I liked it. I had YouTube TV on my iPad, but then I miss having a remote and just clicking one button going back and forth.
Yeah.
100%. I watched about 10 minutes of the Arkansas game. Cut that off. Great pick by me and Jerry there.
I had the over though.
Over did hit almost single-handedly. What else? USC Illinois was good. That was a good battle. Did watch Georgia Tech Wake. Had those both on both iPhones. That was hitting. Noon slate was good.
You know
I
what
didn't get
I
to
was
watch
really,
much. Huh?
You know what I was really invested in that I shouldn't have been?
What?
UCF Kansas
North-
State.
That game was good, wasn't it?
It was a good game. UCF was winning at some point, or very close to it. And then, because UCF's quarterbacks, their starters are injured right now, right?
Taven Jackson.
Is Brown playing?
Brown was not playing, and then
Yeah,
Jackson
so now,
went down.
yeah, he's
So they had
hurt.
to bring up their third string, and whenever that happened, it was bad. It was probably like the most clean looking, like I am the play that knocked him out, the most clean looking I am in trying to injure this person hit I've ever seen. But it wasn't a foul. Like, he threw it, and while his arm was extended, the edge rusher just hit like right in the shoulder, and then he fell down and hit the shoulder again, and it was like, okay, he's done. And then Kansas State won the game.
First win for them in a minute, it seems like.
Yeah, they're bad. They're really bad. I don't know what happened to Avery Johnson.
Yeah, he's
regressed every year.
God, we thought Drew Allard was bad.
He has actually regressed every year.
Yeah, third year. Yeah, but 3:30 slate I didn't get to watch as much as I would have liked to. I know Ohio State kind of dominated in the second half. Ole Miss, we had Whit Weeks throwing up. Lane Kiffin tweeting about it like that. The storylines around that game were just too good. Like, can't make that stuff up. But do y'all want to? Let's just dive into. We have another head coach that is done. The beautiful Sam Pittman, man. He's out at Arkansas. I think we saw this coming, especially with what happened at Memphis, and now with Notre Dame at home getting boat raced. Whoever wants to go first, what are y'all's initial thoughts on this one?
I felt like he was going to be fired when Notre Dame ran a fake punt. Like, that was so bad. That was probably I like Marcus Freeman, but that was one of the most uncalled for fake punts.
That must have been when I was in the bathroom, because I watched, it was like 24-31-10 at some point, and Notre Dame had just scored. Arkansas has the ball. I run to the bathroom, and then I come back, and Notre Dame's in the red zone again. I don't know how that happened.
They ran Philly special from a punt formation.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The game was already decided. Like, it was clearly over.
It was done like 5 minutes into the second quarter, and then it was writing's on the wall. Writing has been on the wall prior to the season starting. I don't think anyone had any expectation that Arkansas was going to be able to rise above the schedule and the circumstances that they were facing. But yeah, it's unfortunate.
I feel bad for him. He's a good guy.
Yeah. I mean, you watch the Netflix documentary and you feel like, oh, this is a good guy, homegrown, has the support of some like really tenured Arkansas fans, but SEC is not what it used to be. Not that it is ever easy, but every game you're playing now is top division football.
Yeah, I feel like y'all were saying, I think we saw the writing on the wall in this one. Maybe we'd have a different team. Maybe the team, that loss at Memphis probably was a soul crusher. Maybe if they had won that game, this game on Saturday with Notre Dame would have been more competitive. I don't know. That's a big what if. But, yeah, it feels like after that Memphis loss, you kind of had a feeling it was just going to steamroll from there. I don't know, man. Arkansas is a tough job. Like, you're fighting to be middle of the pack in the SEC. Like, I know on the video you posted last night, Mr. Drummond, you mentioned Rhett Lashley possibly. Arkansas alum, correct?
Yeah, sorry. I just received a call and was kind of freaking out if I should mute myself. Everything's fine. ADHD. Okay, yeah. That video was cool. I was wearing a tux, whatever. Thanks for bringing it up. That has to be your first call if you're Arkansas. You have to get the native son back. Looking back on it, I don't know if I was Rhett Lashley, if I would take that job. that was me, I'd do it because like going back to your alma mater's sick. But I don't know. That's a tough place to win.
Yeah.
Do we
It's tough.
think? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Brandon.
I was just gonna ask for both of y'all. Do we think Arkansas is a better job than SMU? Like,
No. Arkansas
Quality of life, no.
Yeah, Arkansas, like funding wise, they're probably about the same.
I would
But-
take SMU's funding.
Yeah,
I think Arkansas is trying to win basketball and baseball championships. I don't think they really care that much about football.
It sounds like the AD at Arkansas realizes that they're not putting what they should be into football, at least from what I've been listening to. But with Arkansas, like if you win over the top two donors, it's like you have Tyson and then Walmart, and that's like you're set for the season. So it's good that you really only have to field like two main buckets for financing a program. But the issue.
Trivia question.
Go ahead.
Sorry, where did the Arkansas AD go to high school?
Is it a famous high school?
No, I mean for us, yes.
Oh, we know it.
Yeah,
Local.
yeah,
Providence Day.
yeah. Providence Day.
Wow,
dang.
Played on my dad's basketball team.
that's crazy.
I think he was at Coastal. Hunter Yurchek? Sorry, didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
you're good. You're good.
No, you're just stemming. That's all good.
What I was saying is that it's hard, Arkansas, like for them because they're not in a recruiting hotbed. They're in between really two ones where they kind of have to go into someone else's territory, whether it be like Texas or Louisiana, Florida. They don't have much like in-state talent that other schools can pull on, and it's just you don't have a historically like fascinating program. Like SMU's not really that either, but at least they have like the 70s and 80s that they can pull on. I don't know. I don't think you take Arkansas over SMU, especially
With the divisionless SEC now, it's probably worse than it was when they had the two divisions. Yeah, I think SMU. I think SMU's probably a better job if we take the SEC out of it. You know, I think SMU's a better job. I think you can win. He already has one there pretty quickly. But you have to call him. You have to.
Yeah, I think a call is in order. It's probably already been made.
Yeah, he tweeted something around the time Sam Pittman was fired. It was like, big game at home this week. Need y'all there. Or something like that.
Yeah. Could we see maybe John Summerall being another name to watch?
I'd hold out. I just don't know if you're set up to win at Arkansas.
Maybe.
I'd wait for Florida. I still think Florida's going to come open. I'm surprised it hasn't been like. I don't know how Napier still has the job.
Yeah, I couldn't. Do we think Bobby Petrino maybe gets a chance?
Well, he'll
I
be the
think
interim. He already fired
be the-
everyone on staff.
Yeah, he'll be the interim. I think he's in the position where if he can win 2 or 3 games that you're not supposed to, they'll entertain the conversation. But right now, it's kind of like a show me stage. But you can do it, and we'll think about it. What do you think about Ryan Silverfield, Memphis head coach?
I don't. Some of these G5 coaches, I think they should wait it out.
Yeah.
The only G5 coach that needs to abandon ship right now is Golish, because all of those guys are out after this year.
Yeah, strike all out.
And I'm a believer, like plus 800 to win the American.
People won't talk about that.
No, I gotta see. Did they win this week? Stand by. Because the American is way more loaded than I thought it was going to be.
They did not play this week.
Thank God. Okay, they have Charlotte, I think, on Saturday.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. Don't sleep.
Charlotte on the road is just a wagon.
That's basically a whiteout game.
White.
The only, I wonder if I'm an Oklahoma State fan, I'm probably pissed that this firing happened, just because now you're no longer the best job on the market.
I mean, arguably third best job. I mean, I'd probably take Virginia Tech over. I mean, Oklahoma State. I mean,
Oh, I'd take Virginia Tech. I arguably you could make a case you take Virginia Tech over Arkansas.
yeah. I mean, at least Virginia Tech, you got a better shot at being one of the top teams. I don't think Arkansas is ever going to be a top team. Like, just being honest.
Yeah, I think
Not in football.
I think the only thing I could see like really rejuvenating that program is getting like a marquee name, and marquee names aren't even
Dion?
not Dion. No, marquee.
He was
names
in the
like-
running. He was in the running the last time Arkansas had an opening.
Maybe. Marquee names I feel like are such gimmicks at this point, but I could see one where
Dion.
Dion had success. Bill Belichick's obviously a failure. I could see John Gruden getting thrown into the mix.
Ooh.
He said he would love to coach SEC football, and I think he could probably get some transfers, people, because he's familiar with the young and because he's got a QB academy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he could probably pull someone.
Yeah, I saw Gruden, Arkansas at it, so I guess that means it's going to happen.
You heard it here first. Breaking news: John Gruden is the new head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Oh my gosh.
First
That's
reported by the Saturday Club podcast.
Are you here first?
Yep.
Yeah.
I hope Petrino does well, because if he's the coach of Arkansas again,
the storylines.
but that'd be kind of boring. Like, I want to see a bombshell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what we have talked about, they're going to have to go somebody that has some name appeal, like a Gruden or Dion. I don't know. They need
Lashley.
I don't think Lashley has the name.
Oh, he doesn't have.
He's the native son.
Yeah,
he
but
doesn't have, like
you
national.
can't sell a
utilize.
17-year-old kid on that. Like,
Yeah. If I were Red, I wouldn't even touch that job. But,
just whatever you do for the next 6 months, make sure all roads are clear of motorcycles.
Good point.
State troopers are on high alert.
this is true. Any other thoughts on this one before we start moving on to the games? Or we got any other
I thought Notre Dame looked really good on Saturday.
They looked great.
Arkansas defense was terrible.
How many? They scored 42 before the half, I think.
Yeah, I needed 9 points in the second half to cover it.
And almost didn't hit.
Yeah, it was close.
Gotcha. So are we get to talk about the Friday night coverage, Florida State, Virginia?
Yeah, sure. It's your show, dude.
Right. All right. Florida State goes on the road to Virginia. Tony Elliott, signature win as the head coach of the Wahoos. What do we think about this game?
Looked like the 2015 Clemson offense. It was painful.
Chad Morris.
I think
No, Elliott was calling the plays, but
Or I mean, Chandler Morris, sorry.
yeah, Chandler Morris he looked good.
this was a signature Friday night ACC trap game.
Yeah, right before Miami too. I hate that game's kind of lost some lust.
Yeah, some lust.
I didn't know why I said that.
Luster, you mean?
I guess.
Do you think if they won, game day would have gone?
Dude, game day needs
I
to
know.
relax with going all these SEC schools. It's so annoying. And I'm not even trying to sound like a sore ACC person. It's just annoying.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I'm glad they went to the whiteout, but it's just annoying.
I'm sure it was a money thing, because that was like the marquee episode of the documentary. I'm sure the documentary did well, of when Vanderbilt beat Alabama last year. So I'm sure they're going to try and build on that storyline. But like Florida State and Miami, more so Miami, are just two fan bases that have been chomping at the bit to be relevant for the last 10, 20 years. Not really Florida State, but in the last 5 years for Florida State. Miami has been 20 years. So I don't know why you would not go there. It just feels like a missed opportunity because it's in Tallahassee, right?
Yeah, I guess they went there for. Oh no, they went to Ohio State, Texas for week 1, so they haven't been to. My only problem. This is gonna sound dumb or maybe shocking. I don't even watch game day.
I don't either. I haven't watched all year.
I don't watch it.
ESPN's just falling off viciously.
Well, we got. I'm not trying to listen. I like gambling and the spreads, but now they talk about the spreads too much. They talk about gambling, and I'm like, these are former coaches and players. They don't know. The Bear left, and I don't watch Big Noon either. But there's just better pregame shows. I think CBS Sports does a great one.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, it's just hard to beat like a podcast in the afternoon or like Friday afternoon driving home. I can get all the content in an hour that I would on game day.
Yeah, and then game day, it's like, oh, let's go watch. I like Pat McAfee. I think he's funny, but I don't care what Pat McAfee has to say about Georgia Tech, Louisville.
I don't need a 30-minute segment following Riley Leonard fishing on a boat to get me motivated to watch the game. Like, I'm excited no matter what.
I bet if you asked people we look up to in the industry, Bud Elliott, Ari Wasserman, Andy Staples, definitely, I don't think they watch it. I know Bud Elliott doesn't watch it.
Yeah. I mean, it had its moment in time. It was very fun growing up and watching it. It was cool to go for like 20 minutes in college whenever it was on campus, but now it's lost its luster, as you said.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's your take on game day, Brandon?
I do like when Saban does like breakdowns and analysis. I do like watching that. Mm-hmm. The other stuff I don't really care. I mean, I'll have it on just because what the hell else is going on in the morning? Like, I'll just throw it up there. Watch when Saban starts talking. I like those segments, but I mean, outside of that, I'm usually on my phone looking at Twitter or something. I'm not really locked in, so.
Yeah. Makes sense for our age demographic.
It just feels drummed up, like Pat McAfee has to scream and do the chant of whatever school he's at, and it's the same thing every week.
Yeah.
They need to get Saban his own podcast.
That'd be lit.
I would listen to that.
Like what Fox does for Urban.
Yeah, Urban, I don't know how he's still on the air.
Not an Urban guy?
No. And also, if we're going to get into this, Josh Pate, it's time we have a discussion.
Is it time for a discussion?
It's time. You can't claim that you went to 2 games in one day if you left at halftime of one.
Which game did he leave at halftime?
I think he left early for the USC Illinois game to fly, and he's aura farming the entire time. It's annoying, and
yeah,
I don't want to. I'm not trying to. I probably shouldn't even say. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to attack a fellow member of the industry, but it's just annoying.
No,
he'll never see this.
The aura farming needs to stop.
Hey.
Like, can you imagine being on the field and being like, "Hey, do you mind like taking this video of me and
signing a chalice
and circle around me while I lean against this field goal post?"
It's just too
much.
Wait,
take that one more time.
No, dude, but it's true.
Yeah.
He gets someone to film him walking off the jet. It's just like, dude, you see a man of the people.
He's not gritty like us.
No. Yeah. We'll probably have like 30 viewers on it. Our viewership numbers are going up, but we'll probably have like 50 viewers on this thing.
Yeah. Hey, like you said, Rome wasn't built in a day.
No, it wasn't.
Next time. Yeah, the aura farming is a little much. I mean, I get you're a solo podcast. You gotta like, you know what I mean? You gotta have that aura. Like, it's just yourself. It's easier when you have cover 3. You got 3 or 4 different guys talking and whatnot. But yeah, he's doing it a little too much.
I just think he's kind of reached his ceiling as a solo podcaster, and that's a ceiling that any solo podcast has. Like, you can only say the same things so many times before it just kind of gets like repetitive, and I feel like he just repeats the same narratives, says the same storylines every week, and there's not like a second voice to kind of give pushback or like make it more intriguing and dynamic. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Also, there's no one really there to check him
Yeah, exactly.
when he says something. Yeah, like at least with Andy and Ari, even Cover 3, like they'll argue with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he like, I know he'll do segments with Cole Kubelik. He needs to do more of that. Like, bring on some people that'll like check him, or have some other ideas or thoughts other than his. I think it would do him some good instead of just having his takes only.
I still listen to him. It's just, granted, he hates Clemson. So when Clemson loses, I do not listen to him. But I still think he's like elite. Like, he's still one of the best. He's in my rotation.
100%. So I guess we were talking about Florida State, Virginia.
Yeah, sorry, that kind of
Derailed.
Got
Great
derailed
win for
quick.
Virginia. Is that their first signature win under Tony Elliott?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tony, yeah. Dude, that was the 35th anniversary of Danny Cannell fumbling at the goal line.
Oh. They were playing that on the broadcast, weren't they?
Yeah. I like Tony Elliott. I hope he can stay at Virginia. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
They looked
he's-
fun. The game looked fun.
Easy to root for, a high-powered offense, and knowing the history of that team since he's taken over, it's a good story. Hope he does well.
Yeah.
Continues to do well.
I wasn't necessarily rooting against Florida State because I wanted to see a undefeated Florida State versus Miami, but it just knocked kind of the wind out of that sails for that matchup, I guess, like we said. But, I mean, there's so many opportunities that they missed.
Yeah.
I thought Deuce Robinson caught the ball. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was a catch.
I thought that was a touchdown. That looked to me like a touchdown. That last time he had it with the 1 foot dragging
Yeah,
out,
his foot was in bounds.
I think that was a touchdown, but what do we know?
One more point here before we go. I think the rushing the field rules are stupid, but after seeing that one, I understand why they're trying to tighten up on that.
Dude, the
Yeah.
Jon Snow meme.
I don't know how Squirrel White survived.
I think rushing
Like, he was on the
field
ground.
/ court. I think basketball it's cooler.
Yeah.
Football, I think a lot more can go wrong.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't even have time to stand up.
Like, the ball hit the ground, and then he was being swamped within a second. That was...
Yeah, that was insane. I've never seen anything like that. That was, oh my God.
I would imagine that Virginia is shopping for a secondary game day security vendor at this point in time after that.
Dude, but those people, that's actually a good point. Those people did you see the video of the Oregon players running over and the security guards are like just letting them go into the stands? Like, those people don't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get them armed. Just kidding, but
It's like a bit at all the Clemson games now where they like show this one security guy like dancing. Like, dude, I don't care.
you're supposed to be a figure of authority.
Yeah. Eyes on path. Got a
Yes.
job to do.
Any other thoughts on this one, or do we want to move on to the Big 12 matchup from that night?
Good with me, dude.
Let's go on to TCU and Arizona State. This was another good game that hopefully was watched by a decent amount of people. Two teams that we believe are in that upper echelon of the Big 12. Arizona State comes out with a win. Thoughts on this one?
Arizona State is back.
Dilly dilly.
They played a very good game, but I think TCU kind of they lost the game. They grabbed defeat from the jaws of victory. It felt like at times, just with turnovers, and Josh Hoover couldn't capitalize, and Arizona State was able to get in a rhythm where anytime they saw a mistake on TCU, they punished them, scored, and then rinse and repeat until time ran out. And that was an overtime game, right? Or was it not?
No.
It was not. Okay.
I low-key think Arizona State, they almost led TCU. Arizona State was
They were killing them in every statistical thing outside the 2 missed kicks.
Yeah.
They dominated the second half, and they could not finish drives.
229 more yards.
Yeah, like I thought Arizona State had like 5 different chances to win that game, and they about didn't do it. That pass rush, just holy crap! They took over in the fourth quarter. Like,
if you take away sack yards, TCU only had 26 yards rushing. Or take away sack. That's that right? Yeah.
Hoover with negative 38 yards.
Hoover,
he's a really good college quarterback, but he kind of needs, how do I say it? He can't really take over a game himself.
He just puts the ball in danger too many times. You saw last week at SMU, should have had like 3 picks, and then it bit him in the butt on Friday. The goal line pick was bad. The sack fumble, like, that was a hell of a play, but you got to hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
I thought TCU's defense kept them in the game. I know they gave up almost 500 yards of offense, but, you forced them to field goals.
Yeah. Outside of Tyson for Arizona State, no one really was consistent.
Story all year.
Yeah. I know he balled out, but outside of him, no one really kind of stepped up. Rayleigh Brown impressed me a ton. He's
explosive.
He's really good. That was a great game overall. I think if TCU needs to get the offensive line, or I don't know if it was just Arizona State had a great plan for that game and to attack some matchups they like, but that was rough. Like, that was some of the worst offensive line play I've seen this season. Like, that was...
Yeah, especially how good they looked against North Carolina. Granted, a G5 team in North Carolina, but they have no run game. And that was the whole thing. I thought they had a run game,
I think not having it was a kid that was out. What's his name?
Barnes.
I think they miss him a decent amount. He's a good back.
And McAllister was hurt.
Did he went out what?
The first drive.
Oh my gosh. It looks like Manjack led the team with catches and yards. Yeah, I'm curious to see when McAllister will be back, him and the running back. I think if they get them back, I think they'll be good. I question this offense without them, though. I think Hoover's a great quarterback, really good at distributing and playing on time and whatnot, but I don't know. I don't know. I still got TCU in that upper echelon. I think Arizona State kind of just made their presence known. They're back in.
Yeah, I took this game to me. I was more impressed with Arizona State than more upset with TCU, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
I thought Sam Levitt looked like the Sam Levitt of old.
Yeah, he plays through the air on the ground. He had 62 yards rushing. Yeah. No, a great game between. I thought everybody. I think people weren't talking about this game enough. This was a really good game.
High quality game.
Absolutely. If we got no other thoughts on that one, we can move on to the Saturday action. Let's start off with, do we want to go over Georgia Tech, Wake, or I got thoughts on that one?
I think Wake played up well. I think they kind of, it was like a timer of when it was going to run out, especially with their quarterback being injured. He was just kind of stumbling towards the end of the game. Obviously, we're very well familiar with what Haynes King is capable of. Didn't even have the best game, but when you just have a better roster in every area than your opponent, eventually you can just kind of lean on guys and run away with it, and that's what happened.
Mr. Drummond?
I didn't get to watch most of this. I want to say Wake Forest missed a kick, right? Hit off the I think they hit it off the upright.
That's right. Yeah, that did happen.
Kind of kept them in the game, but I'm surprised Georgia Tech came back. That offense is not built to come back from behind at all.
No, I was impressed. I guess another one of those sneaky games on the road in the ACC. It feels like this year ACC-wise, like you're going on the road, you're gonna have a tough time. Like I think that with that loss, like going away from the Georgia Tech game a little bit, Florida State losing, and then now Miami coming on the road to Doak Campbell. I still think that that's going to be. Let's see how Miami actually. It feels like under Cristobal, they're a different team on the road. So
I don't think that loss changed anything for how that game's going to play out.
Right.
I just don't. I think the line's probably going to stay about the same. Shoot, I think Florida State might even be favored. I haven't looked at that line.
I'm not either. I mean, it's got to be within a few points.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched a little bit of the Georgia. It was just gritty win for Georgia Tech. They, definitely a game they needed to win. Haynes King, he's a ball player, man. Do we know let's see who they have next. Virginia Tech.
Yeah, their schedule looks pretty favorable for the rest of the year.
Yeah. But
at NC State might actually be a slip through the cracks game.
Dude, NC State, golly.
I know. I'm speaking out.
They gotta get rid of Doran, dude. Oh my gosh.
let's just say the Doran, whatever was left of the Doran sympathizers are no longer, which needed to be a while ago. But yeah, we ain't. But any other thoughts on that one? Or are we good to move on to some other?
No, yeah, we can move on.
All right, we have USC going on the road to Illinois. This is a battle all the way through. Illinois comes out on top after an ugly win or ugly loss last week to Indiana. Thoughts on this one?
Props to Illinois for getting off the mat, and I mean USC looked like a decent team last week. Still have some questions about their defense, but I thought defense played well. That was a good game.
They couldn't stop the run from Illinois down the stretch, and that's what killed them. Like, USC put themselves in a position on that last drive to close it out, and Illinois just did whatever they wanted to. Drove in a field goal range, and that was curtains.
My Kyle Lemon is him, though.
I'm just about to say that boy is cold. Holy crap. But
it's also weird just seeing USC play that early in the day.
Yeah, I'm not used to it. Another 9 a.m. body kick for them. That was a great back and forth game. I thought, I guess it was one of those style makes the matchup things. USC defense was definitely a little leaky though, kind of reverting back to some prior Lincoln Riley defenses. But it's a good team. I don't know what to think. I think there's a clear separation in the Big Ten now. I would definitely stick these two teams in that second tier. I think these are two second-tier teams. Good teams.
I would go third.
Huh?
I would go third. Because you have Oregon, Ohio State, possibly Penn State. Second, then you have Illinois, maybe Michigan, maybe Illinois. and then it goes down to USC and cascades from there.
Yeah, that's fair. These are two. I don't think either of these teams are playoff caliber teams, but
No.
I think they can make a decent bowl game. It was fun to watch. The offense was plentiful in this one. Any other thoughts on this game?
Can't believe they hit the Philly special.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it'll ever not work. Is this a play that just was meant to work every time he uses it?
It's unstoppable.
Do we know if that's in? Can you run Philly special in the game?
No.
Dynasty?
The closest thing you have is the jet reverse pass.
Yeah, the Wildcat one.
So they don't have like the actual Philly special in there.
No, I don't think.
I gotcha. All right, but let's move on to the next matchup. We're going to be heading over to Oxford, Mississippi, where we have Ole Miss taking down LSU. Thoughts on this one?
LSU plus 1.5.
Yeah,
Their offense, I don't know if Nussmeier's hurt. There's no run game. They have all these weapons.
Did y'all see the clip on Twitter of Nussmeier throwing it deep compared to last year and this year?
He's bringing it like all the way back now.
And he's
it was a quick release before. Now he's like
plant leg is like he's moving, like he's not putting a ton of pressure on it.
Yeah, it's not fluid anymore.
Ooh, that injury might be bothering him a good bit.
I mean, I think they came out and said that it's going to be like a 4 or 5 week rehab period, and that was back in like week 3. So
I don't know if they're shooting bro up with some stuff before each game. I don't know, but
yeah,
that was rough.
I mean, it should have been this game. Low key should have been a blowout if you don't fumble in the end zone.
Yeah, 100%. Who fumbled that one?
I want to say it was
Parrish.
Stand by. Lee.
Oh, okay. Do we think Chambliss is the starter?
Yeah, I think Austin Simmons is like good to go.
Really?
He was like dressed out this week, and they posted him celebrating.
Wouldn't that be something?
I mean, they've got some time to kind of figure it out. They got a bye week this week, Washington State the following, and then you have Georgia. Then you kind of.
I think Chambliss is going to be the starter.
I mean, he's earned it. He looks really
he's a
good.
dog.
I love stories like that. I love when you see guys transferring up divisions, D2, D3, whatever it may be. I bet Iowa wishes they had the same results.
I still think you could put anyone in Iowa and they would be terrible.
I think they're just doomed.
I think they're cursed.
The yellow and black just seeps your aura out of you.
I'm just concerned for LSU because in years prior, it's been the defense is terrible and can't get a stop, and they've had like generational offenses. Now they have a generational defense and can't score.
Yeah.
And they have like dudes, like they had like if you had to build an all transfer team, I would in the beginning of the year, like in July, Nick Anderson, Barryon Brown, like those are 2 all transfer first team, second team guys. And Nick Anderson had a catch off the tip ball that was so fluky, and that's honestly I think that's all he's done all year.
He ain't done much. I think that might have been his leading receiving game. Yeah, that was the most yards he's had in a year.
Wow.
If LSU loses to South Carolina in 2 weeks and then Vanderbilt next week, do they pull the trigger? It starts the conversation, for sure. The buyout's probably ridiculous, but
yeah, they ain't touching that buyout. There's no way.
I mean, they have South Carolina, Vanderbilt, and then A&M, and then Alabama.
Things could get ugly
This could get ugly.
if Nussmeier doesn't. I mean, it's got to be the injury. Like if he doesn't heal up a little bit, things could get rough. Like
Yeah.
and
Every LSU coach, the last 3 prior to Brian Kelly, have won a national championship by year 4. Brian Kelly's in year 4.
Don't think that's gonna happen.
And it's not looking like it's gonna happen.
I'll be shocked. But yeah, and Ole Miss put up almost 500 yards of offense. Like, and they only
And they were still, and LSU was still in the game.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I know Durham was out, but like, even if he played, they have not been able to run the ball. Pardon my French, worth a damn all year. Like outside, I think they had one big run against Clemson, one big run against Florida. Like, I don't care who you have playing quarterback. You know, you could have. I mean, Nussmeier's good, but he's just hurt. If you can't run the ball, you're just setting yourself up for failure. They can't even run it to even make it look like they have any balance.
Right. Yeah, it looks very painful. Like they have to earn every yard they get. Nussmeier, all I gotta say, Nussmeier better heal up. Like this stretch they got, what was it again? They got
Vandy, South Carolina, Alabama.
Bama, yeah, they better get it figured out. They might be in some trouble, but we'll see. And another great win for Ole Miss, man. Nothing like your daughter's boyfriend throwing up on the field and tweeting about it after and getting the win.
That would only happen to Lane Kiffin. Like that would only happen to him. That would never happen to any other coach. Like
it just had to happen. It had to be Whitweeks that threw up on the field. Like, did they plant something in his meal that day?
I think he's like throwing up every game this year. I swear, every game I watch, Whitweeks is throwing up or he's getting ejected.
He's just one of those kids. Like growing up playing sports, there was someone who's always throwing up. Not like they're not out of shape.
Not because they're out of shape. They're just so nervous, I think.
They just throw up. Yeah.
He definitely was that kid, or still is. 100%. Any other thoughts on this one, or are we good to move on to another SEC matchup?
Let's move on.
All right. We got Auburn going on the road to Texas A&M. This was a close game. A&M ends up winning it. Thoughts on this one?
Auburn's defense is legit. I feel bad for him.
Yeah. I think Jackson Arnold showed flashes of improvement early in the season, especially the Baylor game. But I think some of those old demons are starting to set back in. He's just holding the ball way too long. And
0 for 13 on third down.
Yeah, I get you're like a, and then 0 for 2 or 3 on fourth, right?
2, yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. I get it. You have huge SEC lines challenging you, but you got Cam Coleman somewhere down the field.
He's going to be open a good bit.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't. I know, like, I'm not trying to like rip on Jackson Arnold because I do think he did play well against Baylor, but you're seeing like Baylor doesn't have the dudes to like limit that. Like they either got to take away the big plays and like just pray their defense line could have held up. Now these SC teams, they can take away big plays. Oh yeah, and we have like 4 and 5 stars on the defensive line. If you want to try to do those little QB counters and stuff, like they'll put that away. I'm interested to see if they'll go to Ashton Daniels or Deuce Knight at some point.
Yeah.
I also think this Auburn offensive line got hyped up all offseason.
Yeah, we were hearing it was the best in a decade.
5 sacks and 6 tackles for loss, and you
That's
ran
what,
the ball
15 sacks in the last 2 games.
And you ran the ball for 52 yards. Yeesh. Like if that trend continues, Auburn's not going to be scoring a lot of points this year. Let's just put it that way. I like the pieces they got at skill.
I love Singleton.
I love those 2 receivers. I like Auburn's running backs too. It's just that the offensive line and quarterback play is severely holding them back. Like it's their Achilles heel.
Yeah. I mean, how about former NC State wide receiver Casey Concepcion? 7 for 113.
They tried to take away Craver, and Casey stepped up and became that guy. I mean, that's good for A&M, man. You can't just take away one of them and, expect silence from the other.
What does this say
Yeah,
about
I
Doug
just-
Dorn?
Bro, just cooked. I mean, another case in point why Dave needs to go. But yeah, Le'Veon Moss had a day, 140 and a tutty. I think it's cool to see A&M go into South Bend, win a shootout, win a close defensive battle. Like that shows a lot, man. A&M doesn't matter.
Good point.
It doesn't matter what kind of matchup style it is. They can go in there and win the game. I mean, A&M, man, they're climbing up that SDC, man. I like the Aggies a lot.
No, good point, dude.
Any other thoughts on this one?
I just like the point you made.
Yeah,
They got to win multiple ways.
Yeah, it seems like they're able to do that. I think the defense is, granted, it was Auburn and they have some struggles on the O-line and whatnot, but it shows you that the talent's there. They can step up and win games with their defense. Yeah, let's see. Who do they got? What does that look like? They got Mississippi State and Florida and then Arkansas. So, I mean, the road doesn't look too tough for them going through, but yeah, I like this Aggie squad. Any other thoughts on this one? Nope. All right, let's move on to some Big Ten action. We have Ohio State traveling out west to take on the Washington Huskies. Ohio State ends up taking this in the second half. Thoughts on this game?
I took Washington plus 8.5. First half, I was like, oh yeah, that was lit. No.
Yeah, I thought they were going to contend better than they did just being at home, but no.
I don't know if
Ohio
y'all
State's
saw.
just a wagon.
I don't know if y'all saw the photos. It was like half Ohio State fans there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was like half and half, damn near.
They were sailgating.
Jetfish is ready for that Florida job.
I'm telling you, I think bro might have his ticket already booked. That would be, oh my God, that would feed. But yeah, I think I was able to watch a good amount of this one. Damon
Who are you
Williams.
rooting for in that one?
Oh man, I wanted to see a tie or something. I don't know, but I did pick Ohio State, so I was like, okay, let's watch Ohio State cover, please, because I went 3 for 6, so we needed to win somewhere. I thought Damon Williams is like, the meme of the Bugatti in the shed. I feel like that's Damon Williams on Washington. Like that, he is a great player. He's got a great arm. He's fast. But like that offensive line got abused, especially in the second half. He had nowhere to throw, nowhere to run. It was apparent who had the better athletes, and Ohio State was able to. It looked like they were sleepwalking the first half, and then once they kind of woke up, it was like, yeah, we're the better team by far. You're not going to be able to do anything. So
Yeah, even after the first possession, like I know they got like a muff punt somewhere in there. You were like, all right, this is just not sustainable.
no, it never felt like Washington was ever going to actually pull that one off. It just felt like, okay, Ohio State's going to break one here. It's just, when is that going to happen?
That's Damon.
Yes,
Yes.
that is what I refer to. Great player. I just think he's not helped. I think Jonah Coleman's a good player as well, but outside of that, it's a little rough in Seattle. I think Ohio State, they're a wagon, man. They're an elite team. I think you keep getting Julian Sayin get more experience. The sky's the limit for this team. I mean, just talent everywhere. It's about the big takeaway from me.
Oregon Penn State time.
Oh, we're gonna skip over Georgia Bama. We're saving.
Oh, God, yeah, you're right. Sorry,
Let's go.
I'm just itching.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go Bama UGA here. Give me y'all's thoughts on this one.
Ty Simpson. Kirby should have kicked it. I had the over.
What is this in the fourth quarter?
Yeah. He had like a chip shot field goal and didn't take it. But, yeah, it was, dude, DeBoer has those guys, Smart, Sark, and then, Lanning. He kind of, those are like two of the best. I know Sark's an offensive guy, but he puts those guys through hell in the first half.
Yeah. I think
they scheme it up.
Yeah, it's really fascinating to see performances like that, and then Vanderbilt, FSU. I think he's no question he can get them up for big games, but you got to bring back kind of that Saban aura of getting them up every single week. That's a very, very hard job to do, and not everyone can do that. So that's my question about Alabama is, do I think they're a good team? Absolutely. But can they maintain that result that they showed Saturday all throughout the season? We'll find out.
We'll find out this week. I mean, they had 19 third down opportunities and converted 13 of them. I don't know how sustainable that is. It reminds me of Clemson, Wake Forest in 2022. I think we converted like 16 third downs. It's just not sustainable. But, God, Georgia. I'm still pretty high on Georgia. It's just they don't have any difference makers on the edge anymore, or not at least this year.
It seems like, the linebacker play is really good. Edge spot, I think, is not what it has been.
I mean, they ran for 227 yards and lost. If you had told me Georgia ran for 227 yards, they blew them out.
Was it like they weren't able to, finish drives? I wasn't able to.
Yeah, I watched most of the second half, and it just felt like Georgia, Alabama went for it on 4th and 1, and there was like a miscommunication between Miller and Simpson. And I was like, oh, God, here we go. And then Georgia just couldn't take advantage of anything. And then they Taylor dropped a touchdown that would have gave them the lead. It was just uncharacteristic mistakes from Georgia you don't really see. I thought Stockton played okay. It was just 13 of 20 for 130. That's not great. But Alabama, I don't know. I don't know. I got to see how they play this week before I start crowning Alabama.
Yeah, that's fair. Ryan Williams also had a drop.
He dropped one too.
College football has just been crazy this year. It's we thought Bama was done after Florida State, and then they, of course, come on the road and beat Georgia, and they look like just as physical as Georgia. It's just been a lot of that.
I think DeBoer just has.
He's got some.
He knows something we don't know about the Saban tree. I think he somehow knows coverage rules that Saban. I don't know, because Bud Elliott brought that up, and I was like, that's actually a good point. Because if you look at him against the Saban guys, he's undefeated.
He's beat Dan 3 times, Kirby twice, and Sark once, I think.
Yeah, I just think
Sark twice. He beat him twice.
Yeah. No, he hasn't played him at in the Alamo Bowl. Yes. Good call. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like voodoo magic, and they just in the first half, in the 2 times he's faced Smart, Georgia just looks lost. They ran it up last year in the first half of Tuscaloosa, and then kind of similar. I mean, they jumped up to a 14-0 lead.
And the same thing happened in the Tennessee game. Like Georgia just gets punched in the mouth. It feels like pretty consistently this year. I don't know, man. Georgia's got some problems. I don't know what to think. I don't know.
I still like Gunner. I just think they don't have the game wreckers on the inside or at the edge that they normally do, and that can mask a lot of problems, as we know.
And I don't feel like they have a true elite running back either. It's kind of by committee.
Frazier's okay. Bowens is okay. I don't know. I would like them to do more. Branch had a really bad drop on a screen. It looked like it was wide open. I would like to see them use Branch more in the back, out of the backfield.
Yeah, use them, or at least do some like jet sweep. Like get the defense going side to side, kind of like Kotelnicki was doing. But any other thoughts on this one?
No, man. Georgia ran the ball pretty well, but like I said, if you told me Georgia ran for 227 yards, I was like, all right, Georgia probably won 31-10.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back and watch that one, see what was going on. But another thing to shake up the SEC.
Yeah. Someone called it a fad lock stat.
Okay.
What did he say?
Said someone called that a fad lock stat.
Fadlock stat.
Like, you know how Josh Pate does the padlock?
Yeah.
That was good,
says,
Chris.
He says fadlock.
He says padlock as well, yeah.
Yeah. It's when a stat you hear you think it defines the game, but then you take a closer look in it.
Is that your term? Like, are you gonna make sure?
No, he uses that.
Oh, I didn't know he used that. I thought that was your creation.
One last thing, if I may. Ty Simpson had all the time in the world. He was like legit. I don't want to say crow hopping, but like stepping into some throws. Like he had all day. And he's good. I mean, he was Clemson's #1 target for that entire cycle until he committed to Alabama. Damn it.
Let's talk Oregon, Penn State.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You go first, Brandon. I'll just ask you questions.
I don't even know where to begin.
Okay. I'll ask you questions. We'll kind of get the momentum going. What was, I guess, the environment lived up to your expectations?
Yes, 100%. That was the stadium. The size of the stadium alone just was like it had to do a couple double takes. Like 110,000 people. It's just different seeing it live in person. Like crazy, especially with the whiteout too. It's like it just made it look uniform. Like it was aesthetically very pleasing. It was awesome.
Thanks for that.
Yes, of course. I thought the first possession Oregon had where they started queuing up Mo Bamba, loudest part of the game. That was up there with like Clemson, Louisville. I think they didn't have the sustained loudness. It was more so like in certain situations, like that first drive or like some fourth downs, it got really loud. But the atmosphere was incredible. Like it's up there with Clemson, Louisville from 2016.
Have you gotten to watch the broadcast at all?
I have. I watched it when I got home last night. I thought the interception call was cheeks.
I'm right there with you. Noah Ingle is terrible. Eagle? It's yeah. He's awful. He's like, turn up the noise in Beaver Stadium. He's just so forced.
He tries too hard, and like I don't think he understands. That's like one of the biggest plays in Oregon football's history, and that was one of the worst calls I've ever heard. Like imagine Fowler calling that.
You'll have to redo it because I honestly, when they got the pick, I like turned off the TV. I was like, all right, that was lit.
It was what did he even say?
Do you have a clip? Stand by.
Yeah.
Do you have a clip of it?
I mean, I liked it like 800 times on Twitter, so I should be able to pull it.
Oh no, I have it. Oh no, hold on.
On the 2-point conversion. Take it to Pena. Aller, sideline. Oh, it's picked! Dylan Thieneman calls game. That's a walk-off, right-out winner for the Ducks.
Was that him?
Huh?
That was him, right?
Yeah, that was him.
It wasn't terrible.
Okay, so I might have gone a little harsh. That wasn't as bad as I don't know why I wasn't remembering it correctly. The wide-off walkout winner, trying to do the W thing like that, whatever, a little much, but not too bad. Like, I feel like I would have much rather had Chris Fowler calling that. That would have been...
He was terrible. No, you're right. No, he's awful. He is... I like their broadcast better than ESPN. I think they do a better job of painting a scene, painting a picture.
Right.
I think they do a way better job than ESPN. But that booth... Blackledge is okay.
He's okay. He's kind of fallen off a little bit, but Noah Eagle just doesn't do it for me. Like down by down basis, like he tries to be different in how he like what words he uses, and it's just not very. It's not the right football terminology, if that makes sense. Like,
do you have an example?
It's. Damn, put me on the spot.
Well, I'm just like you don't have to. You don't have like. It doesn't have to be like verbatim.
It's like instead of saying like completion or something like that, he'll try to use a different word that people don't use. Like, you know what I mean? Like most of the time people say X, Y, and Z. He tries to say something other than that X, Y, and Z. Like he's just trying to sound different. Trying to sound different than a normal football game, and he tries to do a little too much. He's not as bad as Gus Johnson about trying to go over the top on stuff, but we don't. That's a whole other bag that we go into.
Yeah.
But it sucks because that was one of the better games of the year so far, and I feel like he didn't have some. He left a lot on the table for some of the plays that happened. But I don't want to harp too much on it. Like that, I think it was I know we texted about this after the game. That was the perfect amount, just not even like fan aside. That was about the most perfect amount of offense and defense you could ask for in a football game. 3-3 at half, and then you'd rattle off, what was that? Second half in overtime, 27 for Oregon.
48 points in the second half in overtime.
Like, first half you got your defense. Second half you got some Kotelnicki, Stein getting in their bags. I thought I'll give a shout out to Kotelnicki for the limitations he has at receiver and quarterback. He was dialing it up with the misdirections, spreading out the defense, going sideline to sideline. He knew he couldn't run. The one thing that surprised me, Oregon's interior was dominant. Like, Bear Alexander had the best game of his career. Amari Washington played great. The young guys, Gray, Green, all played fantastic. That was the best collective group I've seen from an Oregon interior defensive line, maybe under the Dan Lanning era. Like, that was high-level football. And Kotelnicki knew that, and he was having to go with the stretch plays, you know, the jet sweeps to Pena, Ross, and it worked. They were able to hit the edge of those defense, make the linebackers come over the top, and that was a matchup that they clearly liked, and it was working. The only big passing play they had, though, was that Ross touchdown, that little play action where they bit. It was, I think it was Lopa at strong safety. They had like a little tight end comeback route that he got sucked in on, and they came over across the top. That was Alar's best throw by far of the night.
Yeah, I was gonna. I don't know. I was rooting for Oregon. I had Oregon plus 3.5. So, I thought it was just a physical game. Like, it was violent. Like, that was awesome. It felt like, you know, obviously I'm not saying this is a narrative that I have, but like, it was cool seeing Oregon. Obviously they belong to the Big Ten, but it was cool. It's like, all right, if you want to play this brand of football, we'll play it too. Like, and we'll play it better than you will play it. That was cool.
Right. It was And you could tell pretty clear from the onset of the game, Knowles was going to make us run the football. He had 3 high safeties the entire game. It's what they did in the Rose Bowl. We couldn't run the ball, so they shut us down. And he was thinking the same thing. I'm going to make them drive the field. I'm going to make Dante Moore execute, and they run the ball effectively, and they were able to. I mean, what got me excited was the 21 personnel with Hill and Davison. That was watching.
I do have a quick question.
Yes.
The fumble, I want to say it was. I think they called it back.
Yes, they did.
Was it Whittington?
Whittington, yeah.
Well, they called. So when he fumbled, they went to commercial. I went to the bathroom, and then I came back. In Oregon, did they review it? And they were like forward progress.
So like, what? Like, are you saying like, why?
You know the fumble I'm talking about, like late in the third or fourth
zone where he did like
yeah.
Yeah. So they obviously the fumble, and then they went to TV timeout. I guess they saw the replay and were like, okay, this one needs to be taken a look at.
Did they say forward progress?
To why he was
Did they reverse the call?
They reversed the call because I guess they thought that it looked like his knee was touching the very top of the grass. Like, yeah, that's that. No,
I thought when I first looked at it, I was like, I don't know. I'm surprised they didn't call forward progress because he was like.
So you thought they called it dead because of the forward progress?
No. I saw the fumble, and I was like, damn, that sucks. I have to use the restroom. And I guess when I came back, Oregon scored, and I'm like, did Penn State turn it over? I haven't gotten the chance to watch it back, so I was just asking.
On that, when he first gets hit and does like the little split, they deemed that he touched his knee was down, and they called it down right there.
Yeah.
Questionable call, definitely. It was very close, and they didn't go with on the field a down, so that was even crazier. That was definitely one of the questionable calls of the game, 100%. But yeah, after that, that's when they ran the play to Hill, that the little screen. But yeah, that I thought going into that fourth quarter, it was Oregon was the better team the entire game. The fact that Penn State was able to come back, I think, showed Penn State has some resilience. Like, they were able to come back and make that one go into overtime. But I still think that score was misleading in terms of Oregon could have put that game away. Like, they should have put that game away.
It felt like Oregon was knocking on the door the whole game, and Penn State had to fight tooth and nail to get in the end zone, which they did. Obviously, they brought it to overtime, but it felt like it was much more accessible for Oregon to win that game than it was for Penn State.
It felt like Oregon was able to do just about anything they wanted. Penn State was having to scratch and claw to get anything. And Kotelnicki was able to get in his bag late there and find some ways to get some points on the board, which you got to give him props for. But I clearly, like you were saying earlier, I think I think it's Oregon, Ohio State in that tier one. We'll see what happens with Indiana. I know Oregon's got them in 2 weeks. But I think Penn State's a notch below. Like, that offense has some problems.
It's hard to watch.
It's so hard to watch.
They used Aller the last drive when they tied it up. That I would like to see them use Aller more like that, like power run game, because he's what, 6'5"?
He is a mother to bring down.
If he falls forward, that's 3 yards.
He's 6'5", like 220.
But they were, I mean, Kotelnicki had to pull out all the stops.
Dude, I mean, he had to go deep in his bag. Like, he was doing good, man. They were moving the ball. They were getting the jet sweeps with Ross and Pena. I mean, like, he was doing all he could, but, like, that's not sustainable. Like, you're going to be putting that on tape, and it's going to get harder to execute those plays. It's just a very limited offense. And, like, I don't know what's going on with Nick Singleton, but he's got, like, the yips or something. Like, he's just not seeing it. Held him to 1.9 a carry. like, Katron Allen's clearly their best running back. And he's not like, I wouldn't say he's elite. Like, he's good. He's a very good running back. But, like,
He's not a game breaker.
nah. No. And they still got Ohio State.
Indiana right after that.
Oof. And they got Michigan, too, don't they? Wait, did they have
No.
Michigan? No, Michigan.
Yeah, their schedule's pretty clear. They have UCLA win. Northwestern, and then they have Iowa, and then it goes Ohio State at Ohio State, and then they have IU at home.
Oh,
They
man.
play Nebraska, but I don't know if Nebraska will be.
It's a 2-game season for them. I think. Do they make the playoffs if they lose to IU and Ohio State?
No, absolutely not. No.
I don't see them beating Ohio State at Ohio State.
They have to go 1-1 there. And I think
It's going to be typical Penn State. They'll do enough to get in. If
they'll lose to Ohio State, they'll beat everybody else. They'll be back.
I don't know.
It's just
If they lose badly to Ohio State, I could see them getting left out.
It depends. 10-2 in the Big Ten still pretty.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard not to make it.
It's just watching Penn State in these big games. It's like their defense literally does everything. Like they keep them in the game. Like even last year against Ohio State, pick 6, and then Ohio State gets like the goal line stop. It's like if I'm a Penn State fan, I'm like, dude. Well, first of all, I miss Prebula. Like I think Prebula is better for that system.
This game's so much better. Like
You can actually let him run around and like RPO. Aller's like, golly, and then the pick, that was a hell of a play. I mean, you probably don't want to throw that on 1st and 10, but if he floats it a little more, it's wide open. But Denneman made the play of the night.
Yeah, I mean that was a dude
yeah,
play.
that's why you go out and get somebody like him out of the portal. He's a dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think main takeaway for Penn State is like, what do you do from here? Like, clearly, what James Franklin's doing isn't getting them over the hump. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep doing what you're doing right now, or are you gonna correct it? Like, I think this is a very big turning point for them. It should be.
I mean it's an execution issue. Like they have talent. Aller's not the greatest, but you've seen other teams do very well with mediocre quarterbacks. It's a coaching issue.
100%.
Aller's good. Like he's good, but he just doesn't elevate people around them.
No.
Like Dante Moore elevates his whole team. And then, I mean, obviously Oregon has a plethora of dudes. Like DeCarrion Moore is a dog. Gary Bryant made a big play. I mean, but the touchdown pass to Bryant, I think, was that in overtime? Like, Moore avoids Dennis Sutton and then throws it on time. Like, have we seen Aller do that, pocket mobility-wise?
No. He'll make occasional throws where he's like getting dragged to the ground and like he'll just heave it up and somehow complete it. But like,
well, the throw to Ross was good, but it was like he was low-key wide open. Like, yeah, you had to lead him, but
it wasn't that hard of a throw. Like,
it was schemed up.
100%. Yeah. Moving more so to the Oregon side, the amount of poise that Dante Moore had was insane. Like, I don't think he was cool as a cucumber the entire game. I don't think he showed any emotion. That kind of stood out to me. Just the fact that he didn't let the environment take over and get too much. That play to Bryant was holy crap. Like, just the ability to move in the pocket like that and throw off platform sidearm like that. Like, Dante, his ability to throw from different angles and movements like that, I don't know if anybody else in the country has that ability. Like, he's just a special talent.
No, he's a ball player. I mean, it wasn't like he was like, holy crap, like, where's this kid been? Obviously, he's a starter at UCLA last year, and then or no, 2 years ago, and then transferred to Oregon. But like, it wasn't like he was like, I'm not trying to take away from it. I'm just saying, it wasn't like he was like dominant. But you're like, he would make plays when it counted most and did enough against a really, really good Penn State defense.
He moved the chains when it was needed. He had big time.
Yeah, he did what he had to do.
Yeah, and the game plan was to make sure he didn't dominate the game. Like, they were keeping everything in front of him, which was, smart. I think with how young that team is, I think it was just super impressive to see how they handled the environment. I think this isn't the final version we're going to get of this team. It's going to only get better from here. Maybe see if Evan Stewart gets back eventually. I think Oregon and Ohio State might be separating themselves as the two best teams in college football. Just overall. Maybe you could say, let's just see what happens with Bama, maybe Miami, but I think
Miami has a better case to be that third team.
Yeah, I think they're in that top group. It feels like Oregon and Ohio State right now are the two most complete teams in the country. That's going to be, we'll see, obviously long season ahead, but just overall incredible game. It was just 10 out of 10. 5 shall I.
Yeah, I'm glad you got to go, dude. That's really cool.
Thank you. Yes, it was a great game. But yeah, man, couldn't ask for much better. But yeah, if y'all got anything else you want to add?
No,
I thought this was good.
very good show.
Absolutely. We will be coming back later this week to do the Week 6 preview. We'll be posting more content on the socials as well. And make sure you follow the Twitter, TikTok, Insta. We are on those. And
Debating getting Facebook. Debating it.
Debating it. But thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned and peace out.